My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. I decided to watch Destiny's second video too, basically the second cup of tea, and as you can see on the screenshot, I also subscribed to her channel, maybe just to spite Amber, but I also liked her video, you know, gave it a thumbs up, and it is very long though, 51 minutes. I just watched the whole thing. Of course, Destiny is not really easy to listen to, and so what I decided on doing is, as I was watching the video, I was chopping it down to where it's now about 9 minutes, so that those of you that don't feel like watching her, for them it's going to be a little easier to digest. So Destiny called the video Spilling the Truths of 2016 part 1, and in the video she makes it all the way up to June 2016. Again, the duration of the video is 51 minutes, 51 and a half, and I chopped it down to not even 9 minutes, but of course my commentary is gonna make the video longer. And really quick, just for the records, so Destiny hasn't been with Amber since 2017. Amber said in her videos that Destiny broke up with her on January 13th or something, in 2017, and so it's been 6 years, you know, and even if they have been in touch here and there, it's not really like Destiny knows a lot about Amber anymore. But then again, what she tells us in this video pretty much reflects what Amber is still like. And if you listen to or watch what Mr. Snowflake on his channel Under the Hood reads, you know, in terms of Facebook statuses and Tumblr statuses, Amber has basically not changed since 2011 as far as we can tell, and that so far has been 12 years. And so Destiny hasn't been with Amber in 6 years, and so now she's coming out with this. I get why she does it. The monetary aspect of it, absolutely, go ahead. You do you, boo-boo, you get yours, and you were in a relationship with that horrible woman, and so monetize it, go ahead. I'm not mad at it. It's just that I think that the tea she's spilling now is kind of cold, you know. But she managed to say a few things where I thought, wow, interesting. Yeah, let's see what clips I chose.
Amberlynn did have a very bad attitude.
That is not really a big surprise, is it?
Just in general. Just with anything, like if she wasn't kind of getting her way, if it just wasn't going the way she wanted to do it. Like, this was as long as I've known her, not just when we were together.
Yeah, that is kind of a bad attitude to have. And actually, if you have it, you could learn from your mistakes. Like, why do people hate me so much? Why do people not want me to live in their house? And so forth, right? You could self-reflect and learn from that and become a little more likable, but not her. It seems like she's been having the same personality traits for over 12 years now.
And we went to Walmart incredibly too much. I really don't understand.
Me either. I was wondering about that because both of them weren't really making much money, or at times no money at all. And so I always wondered where they get the money to constantly go to Walmart.
Why we went to Walmart so much. It's ridiculous. And then about me riding the carts in Walmart, I rode them when I was with her because she was embarrassed riding them by herself. So
I knew it. And she was telling us a lie, like everybody and their mother rides these scooters and there are so many of them. There are not so many of them. She should have filmed. If she had filmed where they park the scooters or where they charged them and there had been like 30 spots, I would have bought it. But she didn't show it because it was a lie.
she would make me ride one too to make her feel better.
Yeah, but Destiny, you know, you make your own decisions. I don't know why you did it.
This is also around the time our boss got a letter from a subscriber about us but about Amberlynn vlogging at work. She really did laugh. She thought it was hilarious. She didn't know that we had been doing YouTube or that Amberlynn had been doing it. And it cracked her up. She just said sometimes people have nothing better to do with their life. And
well, because there are people living in these homes, and if you were a family member of one of these people living there, you wouldn't want for somebody like Amber filming your relatives just willy-nilly and posting it all over the internet in her greed for money so that she doesn't have to work for a living anymore. You know, I find the behavior of that boss appalling, and she should be fired for it.
Probably just wanted to see the reaction out of it. So
okay, so Amber wasn't lying at the time. I thought for sure something is not adding up when she said that her boss called her in and was actually laughing, because I find it so appalling. You know, somebody being in charge there at that place. I don't know. I think she should be fired.
This is also
And Amber should have gotten fired for doing it.
around the time.
And Destiny should have gotten fired or at least reprimanded for not saying anything.
That some subscribers started getting kind of creepy. You know, started trying to figure out like exactly where we lived, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't get that either. I would never do that.
And then the bra scandal. I don't think she even has these bras anymore. But the bras that you guys would always give her crap for wearing, she only had 2 of them.
2 of them. I'm gonna put the clips here that I have of that.
I don't remember how many she said she had. But she had 2 of the same exact bra. Because it was the only one that she liked and it fit her. Whatever it was. She had them for a long time.
Yeah, at first she said 3 and then she said 6 of them. 2014.
You guys are always seeing my bra. Why? And you guys are probably always wondering, why does your bra always look the same?
See how she used to look into the viewfinder and nothing else. She needed to talk to herself and thought people like when they can watch her talk to herself. It's sick.
I have 3 of the same kind, same color. I remember when I was losing a bunch of weight, I needed to go get new bras. We went to, I think it was Kohl's, and the only one they had in my size was 3 of the exact same thing. So, yeah, that's why. So I wanted to kind of clarify that.
Yeah, 3 of them. And so in 2016, she said this. Could have watched her old video and at least, you know, jotted down the number. But no, she just posted another video just telling more lies.
5 years ago, I always had the same bra. I did always have the same bra. It was this black lacy one. And when I was with my ex-girlfriend, we were going to Kohl's and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself some bras. I had no idea what size I was.
See how she keeps looking into the viewfinder because she can't stand the eye contact? Because she is lying her butt off in this one too.
Because the lacy bra was like, it just didn't fit me right. It was just the only thing I had. And so when we went, I was super excited. I was going to get like tons of different designs and colors and this and that. And when I was trying the bras on, I found one. And it was a white polka dotted one, aka this one. And I tried it on and I was super excited. I was like, I know my size. I'm going to go get like 6 of this, like different designs. And no, girl, no. They had my size and one freaking color. It was the white with the polka dots.
I hate her arrogant ways when she's lying her butt off. Everything we do and say comes back to us. And I'd hate to be near Amber when karma comes for her.
And I was like, shit. And my ex-girlfriend's like, you know, you should get more than one. I was like, of course. So I ended up getting 6 of the same design. And I have had these easily for, it's been about 5 years. I'm currently wearing one. I have 2 in the dirty clothes. I have 2 in that freaking psycho-ass pile over there.
See how she's giving details about something that is not true. What a horrible human being. She didn't need to lie about this. It actually got her no extra views. She just did it because she's that rotten inside.
And one just chilling.
Shit.
This is also towards the end of April is when she really started to do a lot of the mukbang videos.
So April 2017. And by April 2019, she had made it to a point where people left her channel by the thousands because she had done one mukbang after another. I mean, not without doing any other type of videos, but so many mukbangs and gained so much weight and denial.
Amberlynn really did go to college when she lived in Arizona. I'm not going to get too much into detail with it, but she did have student loans. When she started working with me, about 2 or 3 months after she started working, they started to garnish her wages for it. So she ended up calling them and setting up a payment plan with them.
Yeah, and I remember, was it a girlfriend tag or a Q&A where her and Becky were sitting there, and they were, it must have been 2019, and they were sitting there answering the question if they wanted to have, if they were planning on having kids or not. And Becky said something about they wanted to pay off their debt first. And I could have sworn it was her talking about her own debt, which she probably had too, but Amber's student loan, and she still hadn't paid it off. And at the time, she was making $10,000 US and more, and that is ridiculous. You know, if you don't try everything to pay off your debt, but as greedy as she is for money. She probably continued the payment plan, if at all. Her credit is shot, and that's why she could never get a house. But yeah, so she still had student loan debt when she was making all that money, and that is disgusting behavior.
I never proposed to her because we literally fought so much. And I wasn't sure if we would ever truly be happy together. Like, because there was just so much fighting and tension, obviously off camera. We'd have good times, but the bad times were starting to outweigh the good times.
That does not surprise me at all. And think back to the times when Amber affirmed that they're having such a great relationship. What a liar. What a pretender. I do not get it. How does she get joy out of lying to thousands of people?
This is also around the time we started having some drama with her aunt.
Or the aunt that she said broke off the contact with her because she was fat. And later on in the things I lied about, or all the things I lied about, she admitted that that was a lie. She's a horrible human being.
Her aunt essentially just became very upset with her and blocked her on everything because she was never sticking to any diets and she was constantly basically self-destructing.
Sound familiar? That's what part of her audience does. And she still does not learn.
Herself. You know, she was constantly, and I mean, she's still obviously dealing with that now, so.
Self-destructing because deep down inside she knows what a horrible human being she is.
I don't know how her and her aunt's relationship is now, but it is what it is. Amber Lynn did not shower the whole time we were at my mom's.
Okay, that doesn't interest me so much because, again, she's talking about 2016, and I didn't even watch Amber at that time. I started watching in November 2018, but it is repeated behavior. You know, she does it now and she lies about it.
She did not like the bathtub. She refused to even try to get in. I think she was having a hard time getting her leg over it. It was the thing because it is pretty high sides. And she just basically, you know, whore bathed. She just, you know, she washed her hair. I'd help her wash her hair over the shower. And she just kind of washed with washcloths and wore plenty of deodorant. That's
plenty of deodorant, or scented candles, or body spray, which is deodorant basically. That is disgusting and a behavior she has not been able to shake.
That's what she did. I said Amber Lynn wants to go to the hospital over any and every little thing. I don't know, it could just be anything, and she'd be like, I think I need to go to the hospital, and I would.
Yeah, but that is a hospital doctor. What difference is that, right? If you went to a doctor and you actually had a primary care physician, then you would have to keep going back, and they would tell you, okay, so you have heartburn because you eat too many sugary foods, or because of this and that, and you need to do this and that, and your cholesterol is too high, or whatever. She does not want to be held accountable, and that's why she rather runs to the emergency room when something has gotten completely out of control, instead of seeing a primary care physician like most of us.
She was kind of becoming a hypochondriac, and I had to just be like, stop.
She's still the same way, throwing around diagnoses and wearing them like a badge. She should actually be sued for that.
At one point she talks about how she's not going to ride the scooters anymore, that she needs to stop, even though she was complaining about her foot hurting. She was just too embarrassed to ride them in front of my family.
Yeah, she was, because years later in when was it when I had my other reaction channel? I was doing reactions and she got wind. Somebody must have told her that I exist. And I said in my videos that I will report her to the Walmarts and the Targets in the region. And then people even wrote me which Walmarts or which Walmart and which Target she goes to. And I was collecting material on her to actually report her. Because at the time, now Destiny here is talking about 2016, but when I came into play was in 2019 and 2018 and 2019, and she was weighing much more, and she was exceeding the maximum weight that was permitted on these scooters, and still she was rolling around on them, you know, breaking the seats and breaking the scooters, not knowing about it, of course, and not caring. And that's when I said, I'm going to get you, I'm going to report you. And that's when she asked one of my viewers, who's become one of my best friends, where I work. She wanted to know my employer so that she could report me just to shut me up. And guess what, Amber? It didn't work, and I'm still here.
Amber Lynn's she's very set in her way or no way kind of deal. I don't know. That's just she doesn't care, like, if she disrespects you, basically.
And that includes the audience. She doesn't respect herself. Of course, she doesn't respect people around her that she's in a relationship with, or people whose dime she lives on, like in this case, Destiny's mom.
Like, she really just does not care to have respect.
That's why she gets kicked out everywhere, and everybody leaves her, leaves her life, because it's just toxic to be in the vicinity of an energy vampire and a mooch and a glutton like her.
Like, we were at my mom's house living with her, and she still was, like, I don't know, if it had been the other way around, I was not going to try to argue with her mom, like, it was like a respecting your elders kind of thing. Even though you're not a child, you should still respect your elders.
Not even that, yes, which I agree to that, but even if the person that had let her and Destiny stay there had been the same age, Amber should have had enough decency to be nice to that person and to not, argue all the time, because she wasn't in a position to do that, and she doesn't get it, and she still doesn't get it now. It's the same behaviors over and over again. It's like right now, we have her in the palm of our hands. If we say, all of a sudden, all the viewers say, hey, I'm not watching her videos anymore, or our reaction channels say, I'm not talking about her anymore, all of a sudden she has no more views, and she doesn't get it. So what does she do? Every time she's bitter about her own life, she comes on camera and she rants, and that is the last thing she should be doing, especially since her, I don't even want to say time of glory, because she was never famous on YouTube. She was infamous for gaining this much weight while pretending to be on a weight loss journey, and just lying and abusing pets and abusing spouses. And I want to mention this for Mr. Snowflake, because that seems to be the one that bothers him the most, and that is when she was dancing in the car before visiting a child's grave. I mean, the woman just has no decency. She doesn't have the sense God gave her, and she's been continuing this behavior for at least 12 years now, documented on the internet.
At this point, she had 5,000 subscribers.
I can't remember what month we're in. Might be April 2017.
Amberlynn wanted me to be super involved in the vlogs, but I was either really busy or just awkward.
No, I actually liked Destiny because she wasn't scared of the camera. But it was like two teenagers living with each other. It was cringy to watch. And so I try to stay away from the Destiny era as much as I can.
When she started doing the mukbangs, when my mom was around, my mom really just didn't understand it. And I think they got into spats about it sometimes. So I think that's why she ended up only doing it basically when she was home alone, or if it was just me and her or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why she ever started that, why she ever thought that it was a good idea. At the time, she had already been struggling with her weight for quite some time, and she keeps repeating that the first diet she went on was when she was 11 years old. So why would one think that it's a good idea to eat on camera? You know? I don't know. I don't get it.
Amberlynn didn't want to get a real job. She only...
Of course she didn't. She still doesn't, but it's coming her way. It's on the horizon.
wanted to do YouTube.
Of course she did. Just run her mouth, tell lies, at the minimum embellish, but most of the time just tell straight out lies. Even accuse people of crimes. I mean, it's just horrible.
I don't know, we just kind of went back and forth on it a lot, but then she really ended up liking the job that we were going to have, so she ended up taking it, obviously.
But didn't take it seriously enough to not film.
We tried to get her a medical card for Kentucky at one point because she was having some health concerns, but you had to have a job. You have to have a job to get a medical card. You can't just get it. And you have to have proof of income. So, and we didn't have a job yet, so it was what it was.
Yeah, so that was the last clip that I actually picked out. And these are the only ones that I really found interesting.
I'm drama free. Okay. That's one of the reasons I was so tired of Amberlynn. It's just too much drama, and I'm not a drama person.
This is just basically my all-time favorite clip of Destiny because it pretty much sums up what there is to say about Amber. And in this clip, I hope I could put together a little compilation of what personality trait she still displays on her channel up to this day. She's completely irresponsible, she's lazy, she doesn't want to work, she wants to bully people into catering to her and supporting her, and that's how she alienates everybody, including her audience. And just the way she acts in relationships, trying to bully and always wanting to have her way, but then turning on the camera and saying what a healthy relationship she is. It's just all the way around disgusting, because where does she take the arrogance and the self-confidence to stink like a skunk, not take care of herself, and turn on the camera and talk a big game? Do you know what I'm saying? I will just never understand it. I also, with all due respect, will never understand how Destiny and Crystal ended up in a relationship with her. I don't understand. And why it's taking these girls so long to finally decide, hey, that girl is never gonna change. And she only pretended to be a nice person until she moved into my house, or my parents' house, or whatever, right? And with Becky, I still, up to this day, I feel the most sorry for Becky, because it seems like she was in a victim position that it was hard to get out of. I can completely relate. I mean, if she had a strong personality, she would have said, look, I'm not giving up my job because you seem like you have a few marbles rolling around, and so I'm not going to give up my financial independence in order to cater to you. You know, or once she had done it, Becky could have said, okay, I'm getting myself a job because this is bullshit. And I'm not trying to downplay the effect that the hormones have on us. I mean, I've been in some pretty messed up situations in my life too. But it never took me long to say, okay, I'm out, because this is not flying in my life. I'm not putting up with this. But sometimes it did take me a whole while until I finally got to that point. But yeah, so this is basically it. I can't wait to see more. I mean, I'm gonna try to watch the next one too, and maybe do a little compilation. And let me know what you think, you guys. And I hope I picked out your clip too, your favorite clip, or one that you know, meant something to you. All right, I will see you in my next video. Bye.